Hello, and a monumental welcome to the TalkFlow English podcast. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Elena. We are embarking on an unprecedented journey together over the next while. This isn't just an episode. It's a comprehensive course, a complete blueprint designed to take your English from foundational to fluent, from hesitant to confident.
That's right. We've structured this into 4 intensive parts, each building on the last. In this first part, we will lay the unshakable foundation. We will systematically explore the core systems of English grammar, not as dry rules, but as the essential framework for expression.
Our philosophy is one of deep learning. We will move slowly, with immense repetition and practical application. We will ensure each concept is not just understood, but internalized. We begin with the very bedrock of communication, the verb to be and the present simple tense.
Let's start with the most fundamental building block, the verb to be. Its forms are am, is, are. This verb is the cornerstone of describing states of being, identity, and location. We will explore its use in positive statements, negative statements, and questions with meticulous detail.
For example, we will practice positive. I am a student. She is my friend. They are at home. Negative. I am not tired. He is not here. We are not late. Questions. Are you hungry? Is this your book? Where are they?
We will spend significant time on the critical difference between the present simple tense and the present continuous tense. This is a common point of confusion that we will clarify with countless examples and exercises. Present simple for habits, routines, and facts. I work every day. The sun rises in the east. Present continuous for actions happening now or around now. I am working on a project. She is studying for her exams.
From there, we will delve into the powerful world of nouns, articles, and pronouns. We will master the use of an, indefinite articles, and the, definite article. We will explore subject pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, and object pronouns, me, you, him, her, it, us, them, ensuring you understand their precise function in a sentence.
Next, we will conquer the past simple tense, the primary tense for storytelling and describing completed actions. We will dedicate extensive time to both regular verbs, walk to walked, play to played, and the most common irregular verbs, go to went, eat to ate, see to saw, etc., providing you with structured lists and practice drills.
We will then introduce the future simple tense with will, used for promises, predictions, and spontaneous decisions. I will call you tomorrow. I think it will rain later.
The final pillar of this foundation is vocabulary acquisition. We will not just list words, we will group them into essential thematic clusters: family and relationships, mother, father, sibling, cousin, friend, colleague. Daily routines: wake up, get dressed, commute, work, have lunch, go to bed. Food and drink: fruits and vegetables, meats, cooking methods, ordering in a restaurant. The home and city: rooms in a house, furniture, buildings in a city, directions.
Each vocabulary segment will be accompanied by dialogues, repetition exercises, and prompts for you to create your own sentences. By the end of this first 400 minutes, you will have a rock-solid understanding of the core grammatical structures and a robust vocabulary for everyday life. You will be able to describe your world, your routines, and your thoughts in the present, past, and future.
With our foundation firmly set, we now begin the process of expansion. In this part, we will move from simple sentences to connected, nuanced, and descriptive language. We will learn to tell stories, express complex ideas, and understand the finer points of English grammar.
A major focus will be on the narrative tenses. We will introduce the past continuous tense and integrate it with the past simple to create dynamic, descriptive stories. Past continuous sets the scene. I was walking to the store. past simple, the interrupting action, when I saw my old friend. This combination allows you to create a vivid picture of events.
We will also master the past perfect tense, our grammatical time machine. This allows us to talk about an action that happened before another past action. When I arrived at the party, my friend had already left. Understanding this tense is crucial for complex storytelling and explaining causes of past events.
We will then explore the world of modals, these small but powerful verbs that express ability, permission, obligation, and possibility. Can, could, ability, I can swim, or polite requests. Could you help me? Should, advice. You should see a doctor. Must, strong obligation, or certainty. I must finish this. Or he must be tired. Have to, necessity. I have to work tomorrow. Might, may, possibility. It might rain later.
Next, we tackle the present perfect tense, a tense that often challenges learners because it connects the past to the present. We will break down its two primary uses. Experiences. I have visited Paris. This happened at some unspecified time in my life. Continuing actions. I have lived here for 5 years. I started in the past and still live here now. We will contrast it sharply with the past simple. I visited Paris in 2010 to eliminate confusion.
This part also focuses heavily on linking language and prepositions. We will learn how to use words like because, so, although, however, therefore, and for example, to connect our ideas logically and make our speech more fluid.
Furthermore, we will achieve mastery over prepositions of time and place in, on, at, by, for, since, from, to, until, through relentless practice and spatial exercises, moving beyond simple rules to a true feel for their usage.
Our vocabulary will expand into more abstract and descriptive territory. Adjectives and adverbs, learning to describe not just what something is, but how it is or how an action is done. For example, a beautiful, quiet garden. She speaks fluently and confidently. Emotions and feelings, beyond happy and sad to words like frustrated, anxious, thrilled, disappointed, optimistic. Phrasal verbs, introducing the most common and essential phrasal verbs like give up, look after, find out, work out. A key component of sounding natural.
By the end of this segment, your ability to describe situations, tell detailed stories, and express complex thoughts will have increased exponentially. You will be moving from functional English to expressive English. Now, we focus on mastery and active discourse. Here, we shift from learning about the language to truly using it with fluency and confidence in realistic scenarios.
We will dive deep into the conditionals, the structures used to talk about hypothetical situations, cause and effect, and dreams. First conditional, real possibilities in the future. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. Second conditional, unreal or improbable situations now or in the future. If I won the lottery, I would travel the world. Third conditional, hypothetical situations in the past. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. We will practice these extensively through creative exercises and scenario planning.
We will also explore the passive voice, a crucial structure for academic, professional, and formal English where the focus is on the action, not who performed it. Active, the chef cooked the meal. Passive, the meal was cooked by the chef. We will learn when and why to use the passive voice effectively.
A significant portion of this unit will be dedicated to functional language for specific situations. We will create elaborate multi-turn dialogues for professional English, job interviews, meetings, networking events, writing professional emails. Social English, making small talk, agreeing and disagreeing politely, expressing opinions, inviting someone out. Consumer English, making complaints, returning items, negotiating a price, dealing with problems in a hotel or restaurant. Academic English, participating in class discussions, understanding lectures, structuring an essay.
We will introduce reported speech, which is essential for relaying what someone else said. Direct, she said, I am tired. Reported, she said she was tired. This involves mastering the necessary backshifting of tenses.
Our vocabulary will become more sophisticated, focusing on idioms and collocations, learning common word pairs like make a decision, do homework, heavy rain, and popular idioms like piece of cake, hit the books, once in a blue moon. Topic-specific lexis, in-depth vocabulary sets for topics like climate change, technology, health and wellness, and current events.
This segment is heavily interactive. We will role-play, debate, and simulate real-world scenarios. The goal is to make your English automatic and appropriate for any context you find yourself in.
We move beyond the classroom to explore how English lives and breathes in the world and how you can continue your learning journey independently.
We begin with an intensive focus on pronunciation and phonetics. We will go far beyond individual sounds to master the true music of English. Sentence stress, which words in a sentence are stressed to convey meaning. Intonation, how the rise and fall of your voice can change a statement to a question or convey attitude. Connected speech, how words link together in natural speech. For example, what are you doing becomes what are you doing. We will use extensive shadowing exercises with authentic materials.
We will analyze different accents and dialects from across the English-speaking world. For example, British, American, Australian. The goal is not to choose one, but to develop an ear for understanding them all, appreciating the rich diversity of the language.
A large module will be dedicated to consuming media critically. We will teach you how to use movies, TV shows, podcasts, news channels, and literature as advanced learning tools. How to actively watch a film for language, not just plot. How to dissect a news article for structure and bias. How to use lyrics from music to learn vocabulary and rhythm.
We will explore the intricacies of cultural nuances, understanding humor, sarcasm, politeness conventions, and unspoken social rules in different English-speaking cultures. This is the key to moving from being understood to truly connecting with people.
The final module is about building your perpetual learning system. We will discuss how to find and choose language partners effectively, how to set achievable long-term language goals, how to self-correct and continue refining your accuracy and fluency. Recommended resources for every level and interest.
This final part is a graduation. It is designed to equip you not just with language, but with the skills and confidence to be your own best teacher for the rest of your life. You will have transitioned from a learner to a true user of the English language.
Thank you for embarking on this epic journey with us. It has been a privilege to guide you through the intricacies and wonders of the English language.
Remember, this is not an end, but a magnificent new beginning. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep curious. The world of English is now yours to explore.
Farewell and good luck.
Goodbye.